You know, for a lot of people, the Blake Edwards romantic comedy Breakfast at Tiffany's either has aged well or is very annoying for a lot of people. But what people can really agree on is that the cat in the movie stole the show. He was definitely a better actor than George Papard, probably a better actor than Audrey Hepburn, and of course a better actor than the racist character Mickey Rooney was playing. Now, Orangey the cat dominates the screen in this movie because he's not only a plot twist, he's basically the one that kind of puts the whole plot of the movie together. Now, Orangey, also known as Orangey Minivera, was born in 1950, passed away in 1967. He was a male marmalade tabby cat, and he was an animal actor owned and trained by the great Frank Inn, one of the best cinematic animal trainers of all time. Now, Orangey, who was credited under various names, had a prolific career in film and TV in the 50s and early 60s and into the late part of the decade. He was the only cat to win 2 Patsy Awards for Picture Animal Top Star of the Year, an animal actor's version of an Oscar, the first for the title role in Rhubarb in 1951, a story about a cat who inherits a fortune, and he's second for his portrayal of Cat in Breakfast at Tiffany's. For this film, Orangey won the 1962 Patsy for the portrayal of the poor slob without a name. He has also been credited as the cat Mushy in the film adaptation of Diary of Anne Frank. In that film, he nearly reveals a Jew's hiding place and later becomes its only escapee. The cat was credited as a family pet Butch in the film The Incredible Shrinking Man in 1957, in which he is mistakenly assumed to have the title character. Now, according to Sam Wasson, author of Fifth Avenue, 5 a.m., Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and The Dawn of the Modern Woman, in said Orangey was a real New York type cat, just what we want. In no time at all, I'm going to make a Method or Lee Strasberg type cat out of him. Orangey at the time was called the world's meanest cat by one studio executive. He often scratched and bit actors, but he was prized for his ability to stay for several hours. Sometimes, however, he would flee after filming some scenes, and production would be shut down until he could be found out. In would sometimes have to post guard dogs at the studio entrance to keep him from running away. Other appearances for Orangey included a regular role as Minerva on the television series Our Miss Brooks. The cat was also credited as Jimmy, Jeremy, and Rhubarb. Orangey's last known appearance came in 2 consecutive episodes in the TV series Batman in 67-68, in which he played an uncredited role. What a surprise. Alongside Eartha Kitt, who portrayed Catwoman. That Catwoman, there's been 3. Now, Sofia Bogdanovich's 2020 short documentary film, The Hardest Working Cat in Showbiz, based on Dan Selett's essay of the same name, explores Orangey's history, mythology, and rumors that the name Orangey was ascribed to several different cats as opposed to one single cat. Now, the date or cause of Orangey's death is unknown, as old age-related illness was most likely cause, as the date span of his credits, spanning 51 to 67, imply he was at least 16 years old at the time of his death. He is buried at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Hollywood Hills, in Hollywood, L.A. Now, film roles, Rhubarb, uncredited, he was one of 14 cats in that role. This Alan Earth, 55, played Neutron. The Incredible Shrinking Man played Butch in 1957. The Matchmaker, himself a cat, as Rhubarb. The Diary of Anne Frank as Mushy in 59. Visit to a Small Planet as Clementine in 1960. Breakfast at Tiffany, 61 as Cat. 62, Guido. Say 62, Comedy of Terrors as Cleopatra, credited as Rhubarb, and Village of the Giants as a giant cat in 1965. Now on television, Our Miss Brooks as Minerva, 52 to 58, uncredited. Alfred Hitchcock's Presents, December 22nd, 57, as Stanley the Cat, uncredited. Shirley Temple's Storybook, 58 as the Cat. Dick Van Dyke Show, 62 as Mr. Henderson. The Beverly Hills in 63 as Rusty the Cat. My Favorite Martian in 63-64 as Herbie, Max the Cat, and Cat on Footpath. Mission Impossible, The Seal as IMF Agent Rusty, uncredited. And Batman, 67-68 as Cat. And documentary Audrey Hepburn Remembered, 1993 as Cat. Now again, 2 Patsies and 52 for Rhubarb and 62 at Breakfast at Tiffany's. So, when cat is dumped, the big denouement, Breakfast at Tiffany's not giving it away, it drew a lot of negativity amongst cat lovers across North America. Obviously, the scene ends well because we all know the famous scene if you haven't seen it, but you haven't, it does end well. I'm not going to give too much away. But the cat gets dumped. Now, any regular cat would have basically effed off, but like any good older cat, it was just looking for a place to get out of the rain. A lot of people who watch Breakfast at Tiffany's and are cat lovers are really pissed off at Blake Edwards since then because he diminished the value of a cat in a person's life and saw a cat as disposable. A cat is not disposable. So what this cat situation did through Orangey playing cat, it reminded people that cats are not disposable, and therefore it might have caused a lot of people to decide not to abandon cats. See, that's a big problem in North America. People still abandon cats quite often. If you look at your local SPCA, there's a whole bunch of cats that dumped. But I like to have had my say as a movie columnist back in the day. I know Breakfast at Tiffany's 60 years ago, what I would said, I have to give this movie a thumbs down. You can give me all the best plot you want, but when you freak out people with the cat. Now, there was an episode of Degrassi which wasn't the same type of thing, but the same, cat abandonment scene was played. It was a tuxedo cat, thank God. You know how smart they are. And the scene at the end of the episode, it turned out good. But like I said, I've always had trouble with Breakfast at Tiffany's because the cat who plays cat, Orangey, is the smartest person in the whole show. And even he is probably saying the plot of this movie makes absolutely no sense. Typical Blake Edwards in a parallel universe. Any place where George Peppard and Audrey Hepburn would get together through a Truman Capote-style plot must be an alternate universe. And what type of blue was in George Peppard's eyes in that anyway? Was it computerization? We don't know. And you can tell I'm not a big Audrey Hepburn fan, but I know people are. But like I said, she dumped a cat. I'm not going. For years, when I found out she dumped a cat, I said, what the hell? Why would she move a scene like that? That's almost like having a sex scene in the 1960s. Yeah, go abandon the cat there. Where it's going to end well, but cat lovers probably hated her for years. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.